Hello everyone, welcome to another video. My name is Crypto David and today we are talking about Casper. This is my first video on Casper because I said on the channel before, asked in the community section, I'm getting bored of making the same videos on the same project. So I asked you guys, what projects would you like to see on the channel? A lot of you guys said LCX, made a video on LCX, enjoy that project, I'm now invested in it, and now I'm going to make a video on Casper. So a lot of news, just an overview of the project, what it's going to do, what it's all about, some news about the actual partnerships and all that good stuff. So first time to the channel, please subscribe, leave a like down below. Without further ado, here we go. Okay, so what is Casper? Casper is the enterprise level blockchain, and many blockchains have a very niche technology. It takes months, if not years, to learn. Casper, you will be building within a couple of weeks, so this saves so much time and money, ridiculous amounts of money. When you actually look at the price as well, the first thing that you notice is how far it is down from its all-time high. It looks like when you first look at this, you don't know anything of the project, it looks like a rug pull, to be honest. But if I'm going to enter, it has been a better price to enter, and from its inception, it probably entered one of the worst times around the peak of 2021. Casper solves the solution of enterprises having lack of control over smart contracts. It's the only blockchain as well that allows smart contracts to be upgraded even after they've been deployed, which makes it future-proof. Now, when I've seen people talk about Casper, mainly on Twitter, I've seen staking be the main subject I've seen people talk about. So this is by Casper Insider. More people love to stake their Casper for a long-term investment. When you look at this, when you look at comparison, in terms of markup especially, the markup right now is 177 million. So compared to Solana, BNB, Cardano, Avalanche, it is third out of that whole list. Also on Casper stats, there's around 80,000 holders around that sort of point. And on Casper.live, we can see here active validators 100 out of 120, circuit supply 5.6 billion, 51.4% out of the 11 billion, and the APY is 10.8%, so not too aggressive. But if you have Casper, you might as well stake it, and people are in it for the long term. That is an insane chart that we see there as well. When it goes to token distribution, in comparison to, let's just say, BNB, where it's Binance is like 50% of the actual token allocation towards the team. Solana, it's around that 50% sort of point as well. Huge red flags in my opinion, but compared to Casper, it's only 8%. When you think about these products that are shown here, like Casper, like LCX, like API for these low, very undervalued products where the utility is very high, the places where they can go is very high, but the markup is so small. They're not even in the top 100 positions, and the first thing that comes to my mind is 100x potential and beyond. So when you start comparing to other blockchains like Solana, 77x, $2.45, it's not even that far in my opinion in the future when you're thinking further ahead to 2025 if you are thinking about a long-term hold, and even further. Then we're seeing BNB 268x. If we go into coin perspective as well, let's just go to a 1 billion market cap, which is nothing in the sort of source. That's only putting it 18%. That's giving it nearly a 500% increase. Okay, so now we have the website, the first blockchain built for enterprise adoption. Very clean, nice new website. Why Casper? Let me read this, the 4 sections here. CBC Casper proof of stake. Casper is built off the original CBC Casper specifications designed by Ethereum developers. Enterprise optimized businesses can choose to build private or permission applications on the network. Scalable. Casper's POS architecture will enable sharding, a database scaling solution, future-proof, upgradable smart contracts. That's the main thing that's speaking out to me, because it's going to allow enterprises, businesses to add new features, make bug fixes to their on-chain code. Further down on the article, we can see developers and businesses building on Casper. We can see Consensus Capital, Chainlink. I think Chainlink are literally everywhere. Every product I talk about, Chainlink is somehow part of them, even API free. We can see Broadleaf, Digital Strategy, Spark Labs, IPWE, which we're going to talk about later in the video. And further down, we can see the actual team here. CEO, Minro Manohar, sorry if I mispronounced that there. On his LinkedIn, CEO and co-founder at Casper Labs. And we can see his experience here, nothing too crazy. He's associate North American private equity. We can see the FPI. He worked with the FPI. He was a product manager intern at Microsoft and an intern at Oracle. And they were also at Davos 2022, and they are partnered with IBM Blockchain. That is huge. There's little quotation marks from a nuke here. We're excited to continue our partnership with Casper Labs, bringing to life real measurable client outcomes powered by hybrid blockchain with speed at scale. IPWE is the first of many new marketplace models in action for the industry's reimagined, and Casper Labs is partnered with them back in October 2021. So Casper Labs has built an NFT-based chain of custody solution for IPWE's public patent records. As well, tweet here by David. Why should you build your token on the Casper blockchain? Standard-based token issuance as easy to use as ERC20. Tokens can easily be created on Casper. Tokens on Casper have better security and performance. Mechanisms exist to efficiently bring dApps from Ethereum and other chains. And when you think about the actual token's utility, it is used to pay for transactions and provides economic security via staking for consensus. As well, we have a listen here by BitGet. They have 400,000 followers. This happened on the 25th of July. This is pretty huge in my opinion because a lot of these projects are in lower tier exchanges. They're not on the Binance, the Coinbases that you think of because they're low cap, and because you're pretty early on the project, so have to go your way. It's still listed pretty much as a KuCoin gem. And Casper 2.0 is coming out in 2023, the Q1 or Q2 2023. New consensus protocol is going to allow new smart contract capabilities and new gas fee mechanisms. Now, when it comes to Casper, the main concern of Casper is that is inflationary at 8%. That's the reason for a lot of people not investing in it, but most proof-of-stake networks are inflationary to actually reward the validators, and it can be voted against in the future. So I don't see it as too big of a concern for me right now. We are at the early doors for Casper, and I think I'm going to make my first investment and get it staked. Like I made with my LCX video. As soon as I made a video on it, I bought some, and I think I'm going to do the same with this. But that is going to be pretty much it for today's video. I'm pretty bullish, very undervalued project, and I can see what everyone is raving and talking about. Thanks for the video. Thank you very much for watching. Please leave a like down below, and I'll definitely see you guys in the next one.